All right, folks, let's get caught up from yesterday's search of Ford F 150s to the GMC trucks, all black, being searched for people coming in on the property. And the reason why I say this is because yesterday I was outside with children from the Royal Courthouse, royal family from Britain that are in Canada practicing baseball. Frank Perrier, he was there, as well as Tony Frank. Frank Perrier and Tony Frank are my management at Molson Canada when it comes to music. It has also been confirmed that two of my YouTube management partners were also there yesterday, and they're both Asians. The first truck that I saw three trucks. The first truck that I saw turned left, and that I confirmed was my dad and my son who went on their way to Brampton for a pickup, and that was around 3:30 p.m. 3:30 p.m. and they did not finish that pickup and come home until 8:30 last night. After I saw that truck around 3:30 p.m., there was another two set of trucks that showed up 2 hours later, 5:30 p.m., one right behind the other. However, I think due factor that both trucks and the drivers in the truck recognized Frank Perrier as a unit officer and they stayed away from my home because they recognized Frank Perrier in baseball uniform as a unit officer. At this time, Tony Frank had not shown up yet. Tony Frank showed up maybe about a half hour later. So they recognized Frank Perrier as a unit officer immediately and stayed away from my home. However, there's another pertaining factor to state this. 3:30 p.m. until my dad came home, my garage door was opened in order to let in activities of attack. My garage door was opened to let in activities of attack and it stayed open from 3:30 p.m. until my dad got home at 8:30 p.m. last night with my son. So I'm stating this again that the search is going to continue because there are still attacks on this property, there's still attacks on my home, and there is still attacks on families living in this property. That is being continued with Ford F-150 trucks as well as GMC trucks. Yesterday's search contained one full major arrest. A truck had 17 handguns and 3 rifles. 17 handguns and 3 rifles. And an arrest was made of the driver of the truck and a passenger which was embedded in the seat of the truck with the 17 handguns and the 3 rifles. Now, no bullets were found in the truck. However, the truck is still being searched, and the truck came from Michigan on the other side of the Quebec border. That's where the truck came from. And so I'm asking unit officers once again to heighten the search a little bit more. At all border connects. Border connects and intersection connects to widen the search as well as fasten the search to that of all Ford F 150 trucks, to that of GMC trucks coming in on this property to cause danger for absolutely no reason. Now, the other thing about it is this is a baseball park. Will Clay Baseball Park is a baseball park that is connected to the Toronto Blue Jays and Rogers Center Baseball Park. You can't just show up to play baseball. You have to book with Rogers Center in order to get time to play at Will Clay Baseball Park. You cannot just show up. You will be booked and you will be charged. I have seen only three sets of teams that have literally been booked by the Toronto Blue Jays to practice that are my students that I teach via wiring from the Royal Courthouse. And yesterday, that was the third set of student that I saw. The second set of students that I saw, Alex was there. The first set of students that I saw, Alex was also there. There's one student, however, from the second set that concerns me as I watched his behavior and his demeanor. We'll call it his demeanor because he needed Alex to be there at every bend of every corner of every turn. He did not pitch, but every time he was at bat, he needed Alex to be right behind him, and that concerns me a lot. He saw me, he looked at me, he acknowledged that I was there. However, I saw that he was nervous the entire time, and needed Alex to be there. The other thing that I noticed there, Frank Perrier, the same person was there from the second game, female, and she was also there early. She was there yesterday again at the baseball park. So I don't know what her name is. I don't know who she is, but I pointed her out to Alex at the second game, second practice, and she was there yesterday as well. She was wearing a green t-shirt, sleeve t-shirt, and yesterday she was wearing the sleeveless tank with a black shirt underneath. And she's not a part of the royal family, but she was on the property yesterday. And I think she's there to cause attraction to attack, especially during practice and especially children. She was there when Alex was there, and that was about 2 weeks ago. And she was also there yesterday, Frank Perrier. She was there. So we need to pay attention to her and why she showed up to a practice with students that I do teach from the royal court, and what is her reasoning for showing up on the property when she has no involvement in the royal court. It concerns me. Please and thank you.